We're all here because deep down we know there's something more. You're here because there's a part of you that's tired of settling, tired of playing small. You're sick of feeling weak, uncertain, and held back by your own limits. You want greatness, but something keeps holding you back, right? Here's the deal: greatness isn't some mystery reserved for a select few. It's a choice to reject weakness in all its forms, to dig deep, to stand up for the person you know you can be. You're going to want to stick around, because I'm not just talking about some motivational hype or diving into 9 steps that, if you commit to them, will change your life. It's not about instant results, it's about transformation. So buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll have a roadmap to go from ordinary to extraordinary. The first step to embracing greatness is understanding what's keeping you from it. Take an honest look at the areas where you feel weakest or most insecure. Weakness isn't always obvious sometimes. It's those subtle thoughts that creep in and make you question yourself. Start by examining what you avoid, where you procrastinate, and what you make excuses about. These are often indicators of a deeper fear or insecurity. Awareness is powerful. When you can pinpoint the exact areas that are holding you back, you begin to understand your personal roadblocks. Maybe it's fear of failure, maybe it's fear of judgment, or perhaps it's the belief that you're not good enough yet. Whatever it is, put it into words, write it down. This act of identifying and naming your weakness takes away its power over you. Once you've identified your weakness, commit to not letting it define you. Weakness only holds power when we allow it to live unchecked in the shadows of our minds. By dragging it into the light, you're already taking control. Make a decision that you will no longer be a prisoner to this weakness. You're stronger than you think, and you're ready to prove it. This isn't about feeling shame over what holds you back. It's about getting real with yourself. Facing these weaknesses head on isn't easy, but the path to greatness is never easy. This step is your foundation for every step that follows. Identifying your weakness isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your transformation. Life is full of challenges, and it's easy to slip into a victim mindset, believing that things are happening to you rather than for you. But here's the truth: greatness starts when you reclaim your power and responsibility. When you adopt a victor's mindset, you stop blaming others, circumstances, or bad luck for your situation. You begin to see yourself as someone with control, someone capable of shaping their destiny. The shift from victim to victor is monumental. It's about moving from passive to active, from reactive to proactive. Start with the small stuff when things don't go as planned. Resist the urge to blame others or make excuses. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? This question flips the switch from helplessness to empowerment. Greatness demands that you learn to lead yourself. Making this mindset shift means you need to focus on growth rather than limitations. When you take responsibility for your successes and your failures, you create the space to learn and improve. Yes, it's hard, and yes, you're going to stumble, but victors know that each setback is a setup for a comeback. Every time you take control, you reinforce that you're the one running the show. This shift isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Victors constantly recalibrate their thoughts, beliefs, and actions to stay in control. Each time you choose to be a victor instead of a victim, you're rejecting weakness and reinforcing your commitment to greatness. This is where true power begins. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve lies in one word: action. Bold action means doing things even when you're afraid, even when you're uncertain. It's easy to stay in the comfort zone, but greatness only happens when you're willing to push beyond it. Taking bold action might feel uncomfortable, but it's a muscle you can build one step at a time. To develop this habit, start with small, actionable steps. Boldness doesn't mean you need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Choose one area where you want to improve and take a small yet significant step. Each time you act, regardless of the outcome, you're building confidence in your ability to take control. Over time, these small actions snowball into a habit of courage and decisiveness. Remember, action isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. Boldness doesn't wait for certainty, it thrives on the edge of doubt. Taking action despite not knowing the outcome is what separates those who achieve from those who remain stuck. When you make a habit of choosing action over hesitation, you're not just changing your behavior, you're rewiring your mindset to prioritize growth over fear. Every bold action you take adds to your arsenal of experiences. Some of these actions will lead to success, others will teach you valuable lessons, but either way, you're building the strength to tackle bigger and bolder challenges. Boldness is contagious. The more you do it, the more natural it feels. Greatness isn't for the timid, it's for those who refuse to let fear dictate their path. The people around you shape your reality more than you might realize. If you're surrounded by people who settle, complain, or make excuses, you're likely to adopt those same attitudes. But if you intentionally place yourself among those who aim high, who refuse to give up, and who push themselves daily, their energy becomes contagious. Greatness is often a collective journey. And to reach your highest potential, you need a support system that challenges and elevates you. Look closely at your current circle. Are they pushing you to be your best, or are they holding you back? This doesn't mean cutting people off arbitrarily. It means being selective with whom you share your time, energy, and dreams. Seek out people who inspire you, people who live by principles you admire, and people who aren't afraid to tell you the truth, even when it's hard to hear. These individuals will push you in ways you can't push yourself. Remember, greatness doesn't tolerate mediocrity. When you're surrounded by people who expect more from themselves, you'll naturally start to expect more from yourself. It's not about comparison, it's about raising your standards and seeing firsthand what's possible. You'll find that the more you engage with high achievers, the more motivated you'll be to level up. They become your mirror, reflecting the strength and potential you sometimes forget you possess. Building this type of circle isn't easy, but it's worth the effort. Connect with people who have achieved what you aspire to, whether in your field, personal life, or even in the realm of self-discipline. These people will serve as your mentors, friends, and accountability partners. Greatness is a journey, and it's much easier to reach the top when you're surrounded by people who are as committed to growth as you are. Seek greatness, and you'll find yourself compelled to rise to it. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of greatness. It's what separates those who wish for success from those who actually achieve it. When you commit to self-discipline, you're choosing to show up for yourself, even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done consistently, regardless of how you feel. This consistency builds trust with yourself, proving that you are capable of taking control of your actions and reaching your goals. Self-discipline starts with the small choices you make every day. It's not always about grand gestures or massive changes. It's about the little decisions that compound over time. Every time you choose discipline, whether it's resisting distraction, staying focused on a task, or keeping a promise to yourself, you're reinforcing a mindset of resilience and commitment. Small acts of discipline build momentum, and over time, they create a foundation for achieving greatness. But discipline isn't always easy. There will be times when you feel exhausted, discouraged, or tempted to take the easy way out. This is where real discipline kicks in, when you push through the discomfort, resist the urge to quit, and stay true to your goals. It's about reminding yourself of the bigger picture and remembering why you started. Each time you honor your commitment, you're strengthening your character and building the mental toughness needed to handle bigger challenges. Ultimately, discipline is about aligning your actions with your aspirations. It's making sure that what you do today supports the person you want to become tomorrow. Without discipline, even the best plans and intentions fall apart. But with discipline, you become unstoppable. When you commit to self-discipline, you're rejecting the excuses and distractions that weaken you, and you're choosing the path that leads directly to greatness. Excuses and self-doubt are like invisible chains that hold you in place, keeping you from reaching your true potential. We all have that voice in our heads that tries to talk us out of taking risks, trying something new, or stepping outside of our comfort zones. It tells us we're not good enough, that it's too hard, or that we should wait for the right moment. The reality is, excuses are just that, excuses. They're the stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction and keep us from facing the discomfort of growth. The first step to letting go of excuses is recognizing them for what they are: lies. They're not facts, they're not truths, and they certainly don't have the power to control you unless you allow them to. Excuses can come in many forms. I don't have time, I'm not ready, it's too late for me. These excuses feed into self-doubt, creating a vicious cycle that only gets stronger the more you buy into it. The key to breaking free is challenging each excuse as it arises and choosing to act anyway. Self-doubt is another powerful force that holds you back. It convinces you that you're not capable, that your dreams are too big, or that other people are more deserving of success. But the truth is, self-doubt is just a reflection of fear, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or the fear of success itself. The longer you hold on to self-doubt, the longer you delay the greatness that is waiting for you. Letting go of self-doubt requires a shift in perspective. Instead of asking, what if I fail, ask yourself, what if I succeed? When you stop making excuses and silence the voice of self-doubt, you free yourself to take bold action. You give yourself permission to move forward, even when you're uncertain, and you stop waiting for perfection to show up. Progress isn't about waiting for everything to align perfectly. It's about taking imperfect action despite your fears. Once you reject excuses and let go of self-doubt, you reclaim your power to make things happen and unlock your potential for greatness. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, something that's inherently negative. But the truth is, failure is one of the most powerful tools you have for growth. Every successful person has failed at something. And it's through those failures that they learned, adapted, and ultimately succeeded. The difference between those who embrace failure and those who fear it is simple. Successful people see failure not as a setback, but as fuel for their journey. When you change your perspective on failure, it becomes a stepping stone to success rather than an obstacle. Failure provides you with immediate feedback. When something doesn't go as planned, it's not the end, it's a valuable lesson in what doesn't work. Rather than seeing failure as a reflection of your capabilities, see it as a teacher. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? What have you learned from this experience? The faster you learn from your failures, the faster you can adjust and keep moving forward. Instead of wasting energy feeling defeated, use that energy to analyze and grow. The key to embracing failure as fuel is to detach your self-worth from the outcome. So many of us attach our value to our successes, which leads us to fear failure. But you are not your mistakes. You are not your setbacks. When you can separate your identity from the results, failure becomes just another step along the path to greatness. It doesn't define you and it doesn't dictate your future. It simply informs you of the areas where you need to improve and strengthens your resolve to keep going. The more you embrace failure, the more resilient you become. Each failure builds your mental toughness, making it easier to keep going even when things get tough. It's like lifting weights for your mind. The more you fail and recover, the stronger you get. Failure teaches perseverance, patience, and the importance of adapting in the face of challenges. Instead of avoiding it, welcome it, because every failure brings you one step closer to achieving the greatness you've been working for. Visualization is a powerful tool that's often overlooked. It's not just about daydreaming or imagining your success in a vague, distant way. Visualization is about clearly picturing yourself achieving the greatness you desire with all the senses engaged, what you see, hear, feel, and experience in your mind as if it's already happening. When you vividly imagine your success, you create a mental blueprint for your future. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real experiences and vivid visualization, so by repeatedly imagining your success, you're training your mind to believe it's possible. One of the key benefits of visualization is that it builds confidence. When you can see yourself succeeding, your mind starts to believe in your potential. The more often you visualize your goals, whether it's landing a dream job, running a successful business, or achieving personal milestones, the more likely you are to recognize opportunities and take the right actions. Visualization primes your brain for success by mentally rehearsing the steps you need to take, which makes it easier to act when the time comes. But visualization is more than just mental rehearsal. It creates emotional alignment. When you visualize yourself achieving greatness, you evoke the emotions associated with that success: pride, excitement, fulfillment. These emotions are powerful motivators. They push you to take the necessary steps to make your vision a reality. When you feel those emotions in advance, you begin to operate at a higher level as if the success is already yours. This emotional connection strengthens your desire and commitment to making it happen. To harness the full power of visualization, you need to do it regularly. Set aside time every day to close your eyes and immerse yourself in the vision of your future. See it, feel it, and even hear it. Create a vivid picture of what success looks like and commit to that vision. The more you connect with your future self, the clearer your path becomes. Visualization doesn't guarantee success, but it significantly increases your chances by aligning your mind and emotions with your goals. The more real it feels, the more motivated you'll be to take action and turn that vision into your reality. Stepping into your power with purpose means recognizing the immense strength you hold within you and choosing to use it intentionally. It's about understanding that you have unique talents, skills, and a perspective that can make a real difference in the world. Too often, we go through life passively reacting to circumstances, but greatness comes when you take an active role in shaping your life. By stepping into your power, you stop waiting for permission, stop seeking validation, and start living with a clear sense of direction. You move from being a passive observer to an empowered creator of your reality. Having purpose is the driving force behind harnessing your power. It gives you a clear reason to act, a guiding light to follow when challenges arise. Purpose acts as a compass, helping you stay on track even when the road gets tough. It's not just about achieving external success, but understanding the deeper meaning behind why you're doing what you're doing. When you know your why, everything you do becomes infused with energy and intention. You stop going through the motions and start creating with purpose, which fuels the actions needed to make your dreams a reality. When you step into your power, you also begin to set boundaries around what is acceptable in your life. This means protecting your energy, your time, and your mental well-being. Purposeful living requires you to make decisions that are aligned with your values and goals, even when it means saying no to things or people that drain you. When you prioritize your purpose, you stop letting distractions or negativity steal your focus. You become more selective with where you invest your time and energy, ensuring that every move you make is contributing to your greater vision. Living with purpose doesn't just transform your actions, it transforms your mindset. When you step into your power, you stop playing small. You understand that greatness isn't reserved for a select few. It's for anyone willing to claim it with intention. You realize that you are capable of achieving extraordinary things, and your purpose serves as the driving force that pushes you to continually evolve. By stepping into your power with purpose, you align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the greatness that's already within you, setting yourself up to not only succeed, but to thrive in ways you never imagined.